How is your praise? A word commonly used in praise songs is the word praise. Honestly speaking, it is one of those words I wish we Christians really knew what it meant and its implications. One of my favorite songs right now is Praise You by Matt Redman. You can pull it up right now and take a listen. I think it does a great job of bringing the worshiper into a place of praise. I wonder what the atmosphere was like when Moses and the Israelites had just crossed the Red Sea and they were on the other side. The oppressors had been swallowed up by the sea and they were safe. Yahweh had just done this and their mouths must have gasped, and their response is recorded in Exodus chapter 15. Praise by definition means boasting in the acts of God. When I was a kid, my friends and I would tell stories about how dads would be driving and dodging potholes, and would always try to outcompete each other, always leading, of course, to some exaggerations. But for the Israelites, this was a very important moment. They had just witnessed God's saving action. He had delivered them from their enemies, and praise was the only best response. There was dancing, instruments blowing and whatever, and shouting and singing and celebration. It was loud and joyous. Our God just beat the Egyptian God. I also see praise as a spiritual weapon. Let me explain. When the Israelites brought down the walls of Jericho, they gave a loud shout, horns blowing, and God supernaturally brought the walls down. When Paul and Silas were locked up in jail, Luke tells us in Acts 16, they began to sing hymns. And as they were singing, God used an earthquake to break their chains. When we praise God, God can use those moments to free us from spiritual bondage, walls, and chains that hold us back. Praise reminds us that God can fight our battles, and that He does. In fact, Matt Redman says it like this: let praise be the weapon that silences the enemy. Let praise be the weapon that conquers all anxiety. Let it rise. Let praise arise. We sing your name in the dark and it changes everything. We sing with all we are and we claim the victory. Let it rise. Let praise arise. The psalmist says, enter his gates with thanksgiving, in his courts with praise. So I can boast in works and also in the anticipation of what God will do as He fights my battles. Of course, as a Christian, the most important thing that Jesus did for us is that He defeated death and the hold that sin has got on us. But is that all that God has done for you? Think about it for a moment. Is that really all God has done for you? When you think about all He's done, how has your praise been? Think about how you praise during the weekend service. Do you truly boast in the act of God? Do you celebrate? Do you sing joyfully? What is your general posture, both your physical and the heart posture? Are you truly praising or staring at the screen and going through the motions? Well, lean into praise and see what God will do in you.